Good evening, folk. Hi there. I'm Dan Carson from Carson Tv with Loves Up, Goes Down. Hashtag You're Not Alone. Let's walk and talk. Okay. Thanks for joining me this evening on my channel. I'm recently been away for an illness, but as I say, I'm back, and there've been new developments in the Luke Mitchell case. So there's a few points and queries I'd like to kind of point out. Okay, so how is all doing? First of all, I'd like to ask the question and why Luke was the main suspect from the start. I do it. I'll wait for a few more to come in. But as I say, yes, why was Luke the main suspect from the start? That's what we'll start with. Now, I don't want to thing with people, but please don't mention names or whatever in the live comments, please, because the simple fact is, this is only me looking for these to be answered. Okay? It's in respect for Luke and Jodie for justice. As I say, there's a lot of corruption in the justice system just now, as you can see. There's a lot of police officers getting vetted for corruption in Scotland, 46, obviously. Okay? There's many people lying in our jails wrongly convicted of crimes they have not committed. Right. DNA proves a lot in cases like this, and so did facts. There's a lot of facts and DNA not presented at this court. Okay? Now, this is what I just can't get into my head. Now, I've been following this case for a long time now, and I've protested for Luke, and as I say, other people. I'm not mentioning names. But it just keeps coming back to me, and I just need to know and why that nobody's questioned these queries, and that I'm going to put to you very shortly, once a few more come on. But as I say, it's no a rocket science, okay? We're not looking to put blame on people. We're not looking to this or that. All we're looking for is fact, the truth, and justice for Luke Mitchell and Jodie. Okay? So keep the comments simple. Let's go. Why was Luke the main suspect in the case when they were all standing at the entrance of the scene of the crime? Okay? Now, in other cases like this, and to my knowledge, when people report a crime like this in an area, it gets taken seriously, and the police look right into it. In this case, I don't think they did, and that's my opinion, okay? But there's a lot of other things that stand out there that's not been presented to the court, and there's a lot of things that could be hammered for an appeal for Luke and justice for Jodie, okay? There was so many people in the search party, and there was only one arrested. Well, no arrested, sorry, I take that back. Taken to the police station and questioned about this. Why? Why? What was the motive from the beginning? We all know the questions, we've been to that. But that's not why I'm here today. I want to get a wee bit forward into the case. There's new evidence came to light. So why does that not stand ground for Luke to get a retrial? Is all the things they should have carried out from the very start they've not done. Why? Okay? Now, this is just me thinking out loud. But, as I say to you, when we come back to any other case like this, everyone is a potential suspect. Okay? Not just one. Everyone. Okay? But, as I say, not this occasion. Why? Why? And in this case, I think there was a lot of, let's say, unfunctional evidence and stuff like that going missing. Okay? And getting destroyed. That's come out of attention. Okay? And they say that Jodie wasn't killed at the scene. Okay? So, if that's the case, why haven't, well, it's Police Scotland now, looked at that and said, right, well, if Jodie was not murdered at the scene and was placed there, where was she murdered there? Common sense. Okay? So, they need to go and look back at all their DNA and look at every single person's DNA and go, right, whose DNA is who where. And maybe, just in my opinion, okay, they'd go and look at these premises, what they've done with Luke's premises. What's good for one is good for another, in my opinion, okay? You've got to bear in mind here, 2 families lost 2 kids that day. Okay? Now, this is a terrible thing to happen in the Scottish justice system. Never mind back then, now it's all coming out. Okay, so let's hope it all gets vetted, because there's a lot of corruption in our prisons and justice system, and we need to get it right. We can't let it go on. People going to jail for things they've not done. Crimes they were alleged no done, sorry. Okay? I just plan to put it out there. So that's one point, right? Second point is, why did they no answer to Luke's appeal? And why are they no looking to give him another appeal with all this fresh evidence? Now, there have been other people confess to this, and there's other people investigating this, and there's other people trolling accounts and saying what they're saying. Okay? So, it's just mesmerising, because it's like we keep coming back to the same thing. So why does the justice system not want to give Luke an appeal? Is it because they've got it wrong? They didn't look at it right? They didn't assess the case right? Or is it just neglect? This is what we've got to see here. But this isn't in mind, this is only my opinion. As I say, why was people kept away from the media? Why was it just the Mitchells what was paraded over the media? You know what I mean? In a big case like this, everybody would be over the media. It just didn't make sense, people. There's corruption going on somewhere. As I said, this is only part one of the Luke Mitchell case. So I'm only coming in and introducing the points that we'll be discussing further in further podcasts. Okay, but as I say, why was Luke the only person to be arrested for this? And why was no one else lifted at the time of the crime was reported? Because in my opinion, everybody should have been taken to the police station and stripped and clothes detained and DNA samples taken off them. That's my opinion. Because that would happen in any other case like this, to be honest with you. And as I say, the body was placed there, as I say, as now this is, as I say, we don't know that. So why have they not went and looked at other houses for DNA? Because their DNA got to be somewhere. They've got to be somewhere. You know what I mean? But this is what we'll be discussing in further podcasts. It's not going to go away, isn't it? It's just going to go more. And that's why I'm putting it out here on the channel. Yeah, it's my first time back. We've been off for a while, but it just keeps coming back to me, and I'm just wanting to get answers, just like everybody else, and why this was allowed to happen in Scottish justice system. It's no fair. At the end of the day, there's a lot going on here, and it's a big case. Yes, a very big case. Been going for years now, and there's a young man sitting in prison, potentially for a crime he didn't commit. And there's a person sadly passed away that might not get the justice. We don't know. This is what we're digging at. We're digging at the facts to get the truth. For the simple fact is, there's corruption in the case somehow. It's been proven wise by DNA, forensics, a lot. What more does people need to realise that there's been some kind of corruption in this case? As I say, people, I'm only here to pass my opinion, and I'm trying to do it as best I can. I was there at the last rally, and Glasgow in Glasgow. It was fantastic. Then we protested outside Scottish Parliament, and that was even better. But why should we sit in silence when Scottish officers, corrupt officers, sorry, not all officers, corrupt officers in the justice system is sitting and allowing this to happen? It's not fair. What about the youth today? And the youth in the future, where government let us? Cannot happen. Cannot happen. We as humans should not allow this to happen. There's fact there and truth there. Really look at this case. Don't turn a blind eye. Okay. As I say, people, this is just a small introduction to part one of the Luke Mitchell case. And we will be getting deeper and deeper into the case as it goes along. As I say, I've been following this case for a long time now. And we need answers. As I say, there was meant to be quite a few people joining me tonight. which I see they've no joined. So what does that tell you? But anyway, folks, why is this not over the media? You can't blame someone for a crime when the DNA and facts say different. That's not justice, that's corruption. And that's what I stand for. It's corruption and justice to people who's fallen into corruption by the justice system and educating the youth and no doing these things. Now, it's a bit hard for our youth to be trusting Police Scotland after everything that's come out. And there'll probably be more to come out. So why should the youth suffer for these people's negligence? Why should we as mothers and fathers, brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles have to sacrifice all the pain, all the hurt, everything? For what? Because there's no DNA. There's no nothing. I think the Scottish Government need to look at this case again and have a look at the facts and go away and think to themselves what they've done here. Because I think, as I say, they've done a big muck up in the case, in my opinion. Now, this is only my opinion, people. Don't get it twisted. As I say, it's just breaks your heart just to think that there could be someone out there and an innocent man lying in prison. Now, all the DNA doesn't match looks. Not one shred of DNA match looks. Even on the night of the crime, even on the night of discovering the body. Now, how can you explain that? You can't. Now, if you can explain that to me, then come explain that to me, but I'll challenge you different. As I say, why was Luke the number one suspect? Why weren't others taken to the police station and treated the same as Luke? Luke's only a 14-year-old boy who shouldn't have been put through the horrendous examination, interrogation by Scottish law. You know what you are. But as I say, why wasn't all this new DNA looked at and taken to court and presented to the appeal judge and asked, why can we not appeal for this man's freedom? The simple fact is, new DNA and new stuff has appeared, and it's fact, not fiction, fact, pure truth. Now, people, you've got to ask yourself, if this was you in this situation, what would you do? There's a man, as I say, sitting in prison for 18 years. That's something he might have not done. And the DNA facts and that prove different. There's a girl lying with no justice, as the DNA proves. papers and media, all that kind of stuff, they helped. They didn't help Luke one bit. Luke should not have been tried in Edinburgh because he's known in an area, so he should have been tried in another area. But he wasn't. He was tried in the same area. Why? Now, people, all these facts and new evidence of fictional speaks for itself in this case. It's a very, very touching case here that we've got. And the more people need to get into the books and read these books, and hopefully we all Scottish police officers getting vetted now for corruption and injustice in the past will bring new things up and hopefully help Luke in his case and get justice for Jodie. If anybody with a conscience, and I mean a conscience, if you know anything about this, please go to Police Scotland and speak up. Don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to be labelled anything. If you're no part of this criminal fraternity, then you've no got nothing to worry about. Even if you are, that says a lot about yourself then. Because to sit and hide away from all this and choose to ignore it if you know anything different, it's sad for Luke and the Joneses. Now you've got to remember this. These were only two small children. Now, as I say, people, it's just a wee quick taste of what's coming up. And the 6 points I've pointed here, I'll be looking further detailed into about this. But the fact is, there's corruption happened here. DNA happened. There's no lies. You can all disagree with me, whatever you want, but this is my opinion, and I'm putting it out there. Now, I've dealt with people, spoke to people, worked with people who've been incarcerated by corruption. So it does happen, people, trust me. Or there wouldn't be 46 policemen, Scottish policemen, or 43, sorry, getting vetted for corruption if it didn't go on. The facts and the DNA speak for themselves on Luke and Jodie Jones's case. The more we speak about it and the more we talk about it, the more we push it out, then we know what's going to happen. They're going to need to look at the case again. Because the people of Scotland will no give up. There's 50,000 people, and there's 25,000. That's 75,000 people in Scotland that believe this man's innocent. That's 75,000 more than your police service. Fact. So as I say, I'd just like to thank everyone who's come on and took their time out the evening to come and watch me. I'm just not long back. As I say, I might be a wee little bit stiff, but as I say, it's a delicate case and it's right to my heart. And we won't give up until justice is served for this boy and Jodie Jones. Okay? So stay safe, stay blessed, have a fantastic evening. Sorry about yesterday, but as I say, I didn't think it was the right time to do this podcast. But I'm looking forward to doing more in depth about this case because I've sat back for too long now and no said a thing, and there are things that should be said. And whether they people want to come and say it themselves, or I'm going to need to expose it, then I'll need to do it. And simple. I didn't mean any harm by that, but that goes against what I stand for in my channel. Educating the youth, protecting the youth, and trying to get them a better education in life from my own, and show them that yes, you can trust some police officers, but you can't trust them all. Okay? Now I'm going to leave this podcast for now, and I want you to think about this, right, before I leave. Okay? These are the 6 points I want to make here. Right? My first point is, why was all of Luke's stuff detained and examined when the rest were allowed to go home? Right? Now think about it. In a normal case like this, everybody would be taken to the police station. Their DNA samples, their clothing, and everything would be removed. Fact is grown just now. Secondly, why wasn't the scene cordoned off? Friends called after. Now, what I mean by why was the scene not cordoned off is when Luke allegedly found the body when we know it was Mia. Okay? From then on, why was that scene not cornered off? From the bottom of the path to the top of the path, to the other side, to the right side. Why was that not area not all covered off? Why was it rushed? Thirdly, why was Luke taken individually? This raises cause, so why all homes of folk involved not searched and ripped apart for fresh evidence and DNA? As I've already explained, they said the body was moved and the crime didn't committed where it happened, happened where it committed, sorry. But this is what we want to know. And why at the end of this, when Jodie's body was laid at the tree, as people say, what made the person or the persons or whoever was involved put Jodie's socks back on the wrong way round? Was that a sign of guilt? Or what was that? Because that's an unusual step for a frenzied attack. A lot of people, when I heard that, they all went up there and I visited that area. And believe me, in that small path, there would have been scuff marks. There would have been movement. And the size of that wall, believe me, it took me to get it. And I'm 10 stone. So have a think about that, people. But as I say, I'm only here to pass my opinion on, because I've been asked, and this is what I think. Now I've gave these points here to go and look at and think about what I've just said, and come back on part 2, and we'll speak more about this. Okay? Thanks for joining me. Now, as I say, please like, share, subscribe to my channel for more update on this case. At Carson Tv with Darren. Gloves up, drugs down, you're not alone. Let's walk and talk, folks. Men need to speak up. If you are in a mental health relationship and you're having problems, speak up about it. Don't sit in silence. Okay? I'm glad you all joined me tonight. As I say, I was kind of edgy coming back on live, but I had to do this because it just gets me all the time. Every time I think about it, it just gets to me. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to leave it there now, guys, and pack it up. So, people, thanks for tuning in tonight. God bless. Stay safe. Stay blessed. I'll speak to you all soon on Carson TV. Okay? Gloves up, drug down, walk and talk. You're not alone. Bye bye.